I saw no harm in it. In true stereotypical fashion, we, my friend, this guy, and his group hang out, and eventually the night ends with me sleeping with him, of course. And I told my boyfriend what happened. It was not pretty. I was and still am everything but a child of God. He won't accept my calls. Deleted me from all his. Me, 24-year-old female, cheated on my boyfriend, 25 male, and I'm having a hard time dealing with the breakup. Aww. My boyfriend, now ex, and I were together for 5 years. Like most couples, we had our fair share of fights. Well, this year had been the worst, most stressful year of them all regarding our relationship. I just started graduate school, and it's no joke. Between the long hours I spend in the lab teaching, etc., and his job, we just never have time to hash things out. Not to mention intimacy and sex had been pretty bland for a few months as well. I just didn't take any pleasure in it. Last month, a friend, she's a girl, I've known her since middle school, decided to blow off some steam in Toronto. We live in Michigan, so it seemed like the perfect place to travel far, but not too far, if that makes sense. Everything went as planned. I love Toronto. Tons of sightseeing, great people, etc. Had a blast. The last thing on my mind was hooking up with anyone. On the third day before our last night in Toronto, while we were hanging out in some bar, literally just sitting there drinking, a guy comes up and says, "So you rep Michigan?" It made sense. I had on a t-shirt that with the words Michigan, insert field of study here. I wasn't trying to dress up or anything. And University of Michigan folks love talking about University of Michigan. So I engaged him in conversation. Why not? I should mention that he was out with friends as well. Turns out he attended Michigan for undergrad, but as an international student. We could bond over undergrad experiences, laugh at the ins and outs of A2, etc. I saw no harm in it. In true stereotypical fashion, we, my friend, this guy, and his group hang out, and eventually the night ends with me sleeping with him, of course. This is why guys don't like girls' night outs and all this stuff. Women always say, "Oh, I had no intention to do." Yeah, you start talking to a guy and you're thinking, "Oh, I'm far away from where I live. He'll never know," and you end up sleeping with somebody. So disgusting. I have no excuse for what I did. I immediately felt like crap afterwards, and upon returning to Michigan, I told my boyfriend what happened. It was not pretty. I was and still am everything but a child of God. He won't accept my calls. Deleted me from all his deleted me from all his social media. Told me that I was dead to him. He said some really hurtful crap. The worst part about it is that I can't nor do I even want to defend myself. I have no valid reasons for my actions other than the fact that I liked the attention that I was receiving from this guy in Toronto. As I mentioned, my ex and I had been having problems for a while, especially regarding intimacy. I'm regretting the fact that I couldn't just be an adult and force myself and my ex to sit down and hash things out. Because maybe then I would have seen how idiotic it was to even entertain a random guy at a bar. I really think I'm in shock that we are no longer together. I cried my eyes out, but more than anything, I feel extreme dread. I'm so effing sad. My chest literally hurts, like my heart wants to split into two. Sounds cliche, but true. My ex was my first for everything, and I ruined it. The realization that you've hurt someone enough for them to hate you and say the things he did to me is just, I don't have the words for it. I want to apologize, make things right, and be with him again, but I think it's truly done. If anyone has cheated or done something to a significant other and really regretted it, please let me know how you dealt with your feelings and emotions, or even possibly trying to regain that individual's trust. To sum everything up, I cheated on my boyfriend, he broke up with me, and I'm having a hard time dealing with the breakup. Please help me. Wow. You got tired of getting it in with your boyfriend. You guys weren't having sex. You guys weren't intimate. I'm pretty sure he was bothered by it. You didn't seem to care because you said you weren't interested. But all of a sudden, you go meet a new guy in Toronto and you getting your back blown out. I'm just not feeling it. No, you weren't feeling it with your boyfriend. Guys, if you're not hitting it, somebody else is. Guaranteed. This is the whole girls trip thing, all that stuff. No, trust me. If you've been having problems with your girl and she says, I need a trip, she's about to go trip and fall on somebody's D. I promise you. I promise you. Just break up. It's over. Oh my gosh. Let's check out the comments. I'm curious to see what people are talking about. You can literally never make it right. He will carry this with him forever. There will always be a seed of doubt in every single other relationship he has. He will question, always, if he is able to trust someone again. You cannot undo that. The best thing you can do for him is never speak to him again. The best thing you can do for yourself is to be compassionate. Your job now is to heal and forgive yourself. It will ease the pain you feel. Go to a therapist or read a few books. Try and catch negative thought cycles and correct them before you spiral. That's all you can do. Eventually, he will not hurt from you anymore, but he won't ever be the same. I want to apologize, make things right, and be with him again, but I think it's truly done. You want to apologize to make yourself feel better. See how selfish that is? Leave him alone and examine your life and choices. I'm not sure what you want us to say here. This is all on you. You made your bed and now you have to lie in it. Maybe if you truly cared about your boyfriend, you would not have cheated. I want to apologize, make things right, and be with him again, but I think it's truly done. You're right here. The damage is done. You need to move on and let him be. You broke his trust. Trust is something that cannot be fixed so easily. Maybe look into therapy or counseling. He said some really hurtful crap to me. As hurtful as going out and effing some stranger, though? Mm-hmm. The trust ship has sailed on you for this relationship, and you need to accept that. Your ex has made it clear he doesn't want you to be a part of his life anymore. Move forward, move on, and promise yourself not to make the same mistakes again. But whatever you do, leave your ex. He is your ex. Leave him alone. What goes around comes back around. You shouldn't cheat if you don't want to face the consequences of your own actions. Leave that poor guy alone. He deserves better, and he's made it very clear he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Consider it a lesson learned, and don't cheat on your next boyfriend. Absolutely. Regaining trust is up to them. You effed up, plain and simple. It may or most likely not work out. If it does or does not, one thing is for sure. Make this a learning experience. You did a terrible thing. It really is 100 times worse than the guilt you are feeling. To someone who loves you, even if it works, it will never be the same. Likely outcome is that you're done. So figure yourself out and make a pledge to never do this again. To the person you may think you love in the future. Yeah, just reading her story, I wasn't getting it in with my boyfriend because I just wasn't feeling it. I'm so stressed at school, but you go to somebody else and you screw them. Guys, I promise you, if you're not hitting it, somebody else is. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.